The Owen James Report is brought to you by
Columbus Business Solutions. One provider, all the solutions.
I'm Janice Wint, Managing Director of Wind Traders Cambio.
And I'm Amanda Wint, Wind Traders Administrative Officer.
In our business, every cent counts. That's why we switched to Columbus Business Solutions.
Their TV package was a great investment. They have far more channels and features than our previous provider.
More channels mean a better experience for our customers as they wait in line.
I'm Amanda Wint.
And I am Janice Wint, and we use Columbus Business Solutions.
Do you?
Columbus Business Solutions. One provider, all the solutions.
Good evening. This is the Owen James Report. The government says it's planning enhanced strategies to ensure the proliferation and continuance of more small and medium enterprises, details of which will be outlined in the budget for the 2013-2014 fiscal year. At least that's the word from Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips, who told journalists at today's post-cabinet press conference that business facilitation strategies for small and medium enterprises was a focal point of last weekend's cabinet retreat, the current administration's fifth for the fiscal year. So I asked Dr. Phillips for some broad tangibles regarding the SME sector.
There are elements, the financial support, access to resources, but also the efforts to create a more client-friendly public bureaucracy. Issues to do with the registration of businesses, land transfers, and all of those things which are important. I think they will find also the need to make the process of tax paying more client-friendly again are important elements of all that will be done to facilitate the small business as well as other sectors.
In another development, the finance minister thanked the 8 financial companies including NCB, Scotiabank, Grace Kennedy and Sagicor Group Jamaica for helping the government on March 22 to close a multi-billion-dollar gap in the debt exchange program, a key prior action for the successful conclusion of an IMF agreement. So was there a quid pro quo for the 8 in what was essentially a mini debt exchange, I asked Dr. Phillips?
There is no quid pro quo specific to any of the institutions, save and except that I believe all the bondholders from the outset recognized that it was important for us to meet these prior action considerations in order to get the program which would facilitate access to resources and provide the seal of approval that would be needed for the restoration of confidence and for the restoration of access to critical financial resources.
Yesterday, in an act of transparency, the Grace Kennedy Group publicly revealed that it was among a group of 8 companies that rallied to the private exchange. Today, the Scotia Group also confirmed its participation in this exchange to the tune of $4.88 billion. On the foreign exchange market, the benchmark American dollar has closed 1 cent higher against the Jamaican dollar at $98.62 Jamaican, a new record high average selling rate. The Canadian dollar is now close to the $98 Jamaican mark. It jumped by 85 cents Jamaican today to close at an average selling rate of $97.77. Sterling advanced by 16 cents Jamaican to close at $150.40. News on the market now, and the market was characterized by heavy trading in junior market company Access Financial Services Limited, which accounted for over 69% of the 20 million shares traded. Access declined by 4.5% today. However, gains by blue chips, Carreras, Grace Kennedy and Scotia Group ensured modest advances in the indices, with the main JC index creeping up by 82 points or 0.1%. 29 stocks traded, with 8 advancing, 13 declining and 8 holding firm. And that's the Owen James Report. Good evening.
The Owen James Report was brought to you by
Columbus Business Solutions. One provider, all the solutions.